When it comes to gravel and endurance racing, who reigns king in the Trek lineup? You're about to find out. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another great episode of Toolbox Topic Bike Showcase. And I'm joined once again by my co-host Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
I'm A-okay.
Yeah, nice. Guys, I'm sorry for wasting your time on the intro. It's kind of what we do, so you can always fast forward or just not watch. So we're coming to you once again from Trek Bicycle Store of West Phoenix in Goodyear, Arizona, because it's where the cool kids hang out, and me. And today we are talking about two endurance/gravel bikes from Trek Bikes, obviously from Trek Manufacturing. Now we have the Checkpoint SL5, which I own and I absolutely love, guys. Seriously, I can't wait to give you my hands-on review, and the Domane SL5, which will more than likely be my next bike purchase because I have a sickness. We've established that. And I'm excited because I've test ridden this one before and it's so nice. And I'm gonna leave the card up top for the bike showcase that we did exclusively on this one because they really did a lot of different things for this new generation.
Right.
Now, Trek stopped doing model years like you've pointed out before, so this is the new Gen 5.
Latest gen, yes.
Yeah, okay. And this is the latest gen on the Checkpoint as well, and I believe this is the Gen 3 or 4 on this one. Gen 4. If I'm wrong, there's gonna be something that shows what it is. Guys, we drink in the morning. What do you want from us? So, now, past iterations of the Domane were kind of Trek's gravel bike, and I use that in quotes because it really wasn't meant for gravel, but you could put up the 38mm tires on here, and people were doing some insane things on this bike.
They figured out that they could beat the snot out of them on a gravel road or the rails to trail roads. So what happened next? The next iteration of the Domane was the Domane Gravel, which was here for a very short time before they realized they needed to make this the Checkpoint.
Yeah, exactly. And now what we see in the Checkpoint is a true gravel bike that allows you to go up to a 40mm tire, 44mm tire. You can add fenders to this too, which will decrease
cut down that
tire size. But this one also has mounting points all over it. It's set up for a rack in the back, set up for racks up on the forks already. This is a true gravel slash touring bike.
Pack in. This is the right tool for that job if that's what you do.
Yes. So now, as you, the rider, how do you decide which one's actually for you? Because they share very similar DNA, very similar characteristics when it comes to geometry, similar in weight, although I believe the Domane is a little less. I'm not going to ask Brandon to remember. I'll just put it up.
I will not remember.
On a card right here. They're equally equipped. We have disc brakes, front and rear. We have the GRX on the Checkpoint because that's Shimano's gravel group.
Correct.
But we have the 105 on the Domane, which we've said it before, guys. 105 is all you need.
Right. Both 2x11.
Yep.
We'll talk about gearing a little bit later too, because there are some significant things. I've sent some people home. I'm always trying to get a Domane to do two things. Well, I sure do muddy the waters a lot of times with some customers. So we'll talk about that maybe in a little bit, but keep on going.
And so what we see now too, also, everything's integrated, everything's very hidden. Chuck does a great job of this, although it makes it a pain in the butt for you guys on the maintenance end of it as far as that goes.
A little bit, but it all looks very clean now. As compared to earlier models, for sure.
Absolutely. We
lost the ISO, since we're on the front, we lost the ISO speed on the front of the Domane.
But we've retained it in the rear.
Still have it in the rear. It's non-adjustable anymore, like earlier SLR versions, but still very functional.
Very functional. And I do enjoy the ISO speed on my Checkpoint. Now, guys, seriously, if you're expecting something like marvelous, well, I wouldn't even call that the Pro Caliber marvelous or Super Caliber marvelous, that 60mm travel, this will take the edge off.
That's all it's meant to do.
Yeah. I've hit some bumps where, like, all of a sudden, my kidneys were up in my throat. So we've got to set expectations as far as
But I will say, it is no joke. It
does
absolutely
help.
Works, especially like if I refer back to the Madone I had, that bike would have been just excruciatingly painful because it was so aerodynamic and stiff that if I hadn't had ISO speed on there, it really would have beaten me up. So I'm a true believer in ISO speed.
Well,
absolutely.
even compared to my Salsa Timberjack, that's a full hardtail. that wrecks my back more than riding the Checkpoint does. And so just to kind of give you, it does help. As little as that might be, it does help.
It works.
We have storage compartments on both of these. So if you're looking at a little flask in there, maybe some hashish, Twinkies, you know, some people carry CO2, and a spare tube. You have that. These are both blender compatible, though. The Domane comes blender compatible right out of the gate, and on the Checkpoint you would have to switch a couple things up. As we move back, we are going to have that front derailleur system, which on mountain bikes you don't have. Road bikes, we're still seeing it, although some gravel bikes are moving to a 1x as opposed to a 2x.
Okay.
And now when we talk about gearing, Brandon, you wanted to talk about the gearing.
Now that we're here, very important thing. I've been telling people that, yes, you can use this as a gravel bike and a road bike, and yes, you can use this as a gravel bike and a road bike if you want to change wheel sets.
Exactly.
But I was looking into it a little more, so I was talking about muddying the water yesterday.
Right.
I didn't realize that this had a 4630 on the front.
Yes.
So yes, you could put some road tires on there, but if you're going to go off the group of guys that are riding 53, 36s, you're going to get left behind.
Yeah.
So you have to be conscious of what you're actually going to do with that.
Right.
I think,
this is the excuse that I use when I buy another bike. This one is really made for that. So, but you don't want to be pedaling and just struggling.
It's absolutely something to consider. I had a customer in yesterday, and he has pack-in rides coming up, like serious pack-in rides, but he says, I'm also going to get rid of my road bike. It's like, well, you got a 4630 on this thing. You're going to get smoked out there if you're riding with a bunch of dudes with compact or even standard crank sets.
Right. Unless they're fat and out of shape and really can't ride.
Of course, there's always that as well. There's always the rider. So
no roadies would actually invite me to ride along with them, but if they did, I would get smoked even with regular gearing because they're so much better than I am. But it is what it is. And so and then I can tell you that this is ready to ride out of the gate. I bought this, a month ago, Brandon? I've got a few rides under my belt. I just didn't change anything, didn't even change the seat. We took the measurements from my fitment that I did here, which I'll leave a card up top, a link down below, and man, it's been comfortable. I threw some clipless pedals on there, and it's just been absolutely outstanding. Good. And I'm sure, once I pick this one up, I'll have the same experience. But this one will definitely be for the road. I might put a slightly more aggressive tire on there just because I ride a lot of different surfaces, but for gravel and packing, this would be my road. Right.
Truly, if you want to do gravel, if you want to do road, just get a gravel bike and get a road bike. But I understand people I'm always telling you, I'm trying to get rid of bikes, and a lot of people, I think a lot of customers are too. So there is an in-between, there is a balance.
There is.
They're not ideal. Either way, you're sacrificing. You're going to sacrifice something if you try to make both of these bikes do two things, but they'll do it.
Right. And pros and cons. And I do not, under any circumstances, want any of you to feel that I am minimizing that these are not inexpensive bikes. I believe this comes in at 34? 33, yeah. So $33.99, and this one comes in very similar price, $34.99.
Yeah.
So buying both of these, you're at $7,000.
Right.
Plus tax. That ain't cheap, guys. But I'm in a different situation, and I appreciate that. I'm grateful for that. I'm single. My kids are grown and out of the house. Camera gear and bikes. There's what I do. But for that person who has other responsibilities, the mortgage, the family, the kids, and everything, they have to pick one bike. And I would say if you're going to spend more time on the road with roadies riding, but you want the ability to go off-road every once in a while,
100%.
100%. If you are going to spend a majority of time, and when I say majority, I would say 2/3 or more, on unpaved roads or mixed surface roads, and every once in a while you might go solo on the road, like an actual road ride, then I think the Checkpoint is the way to go on that.
100%.
And with either one of these bikes, in my opinion, I don't feel that you would be disappointed. My experience with the Checkpoint has just confirmed my suspicion on that, and I'm sure with the Domane it'll be identical.
Yeah, this is a great bike for you because you have all the points, put all your camera gear.
Yep.
You're gonna probably do I've already told you, I will never pack in. I'm never gonna put a bag on there.
I can't even get him to hike a trail with me 2 miles.
I won't do it. And most of my gravel rides are like 40 or 50% road to get to canals and such. So that is my choice right there.
Right.
To have one bike do two things.
And there you have it, And this is great. And most importantly,
but it's a tough decision.
It is. It's a really tough decision. So I had a viewer, and I'll thank him now, and I can't remember the name, but he was asking about the Madone and the Domane, and we talked about, you know, the virtues, and we also talked about the Madone and the Amanda. He went to his local shop and he rode the Amanda, and he said it fit him great. It was super comfortable. He wasn't disappointed. So I urge you guys, go to your local shop, you know, ride both of these, see which one fits you best, and you're gonna know. It's just gonna feel right. Now, with both these bikes, I had the same effect, and you know, it's again part of my sickness. But see which one's gonna work best for you, and then, you know, figure out exactly what you ride and go from there, you know, because these bikes are an investment for sure. But yeah, I don't think either one would disappoint. So yeah, we're good. All right, guys.
It was good.
On that note, like, subscribe, bell notification. It's the trifecta we enjoy so much here. Helps out the channel, helps out the video, of course. There's going to be some links down below. The most important one is Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix. If you have any questions about what you've seen today or any other video, give Brandon and his team a call. They'll be more than happy to help you out. Other links down below include our social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the devil's work. But it's the other trifecta that you need to be aware about. Day-to-day, group rides, hikes, everything like that is super fun. We're really involved, and we like sharing our adventures with you guys. Links or affiliate links, if you make a purchase, we'll receive a commission. You won't be charged anything additional. I have to let you guys know that in case you missed the disclaimer down below. And other than that, I don't know what to say except be kind to yourself and others, be amazing stewards on the trail, and we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get out, Arizona.
Yeah. We'll see you guys on that next adventure. Take care, everybody. Brandon, thanks, man. We'll see you next week.
You betcha.